send them prayers up. And then the blessings come down. Yeah. Let's get it. I pray material things never blind me. I pray all this fake love will never find me. I pray I don't have fear for any other man. What I pray for the most is that you understand. I pray material things never blind me. I pray all this fake love will never find me. I pray I don't have fear for any other man. And what I pray for the most is that you understand. If you say you're a king, you gotta have the standards. I say that I pray when I don't have the answers. Don't know the way, then prayer has to come in. It's okay to pray and don't ask for nothing. Ready for war, but I pray for peace. Know the book says, don't let your prayers cease. Pray for the strength to pray for enemies. Pray to forget these childhood memories. Put on your size 11s, it's the wrong shoes any day. Cowboys team, man, you're gonna lose anyway. Don't come for me, sorry, I don't got a team. Can't be MLK if I never said I got a dream. I pray to Yahweh that he bless you. I pray that you pass, cause life will test you. I pray on the days that things are stressful. Remember, Israel to God is something special. I pray material things never blind me. I pray all this fake love will never find me. I pray I don't have fear for any other man. What I pray for the most is that you understand. I pray material things never blind me. I pray all this fake love will never find me. I pray I don't have fear for any other man. And what I pray for the most is that you understand. Yahweh Shah came so he could feed his people. Solomon prayed that he could lead his people. Wise as he was, he didn't see the evil. I pray for the day Yahweh frees the people. Babylon the Great breaking all walls down. Kanye's song, when it all falls down. I pray every day, that's a part of me, that we all celebrate like classic R&B. Cool in this gang, there's so many speakers. I pray that you learn, we have so many teachers. I pray for the kingdom, cause it needs to come. I pray for Isaiah 14:1. Always be thankful, what my lady said. Don't ask for much, just my daily bread. I pray on the days that things are stressful. Remember, Israel to God is something special. I pray material things never blind me. I pray all this fake love will never find me. I pray I don't have fear for any other man. What I pray for the most is that you understand. I pray material things never blind me. I pray all this fake love will never find me. I pray I don't have fear for any other man. And what I pray for the most is that you understand. We send the prayers up, and then the blessings come down. Prayer's y'all weapon, y'all. Make sure you pray every single day. Don't just ask for things, but pray to the Most High to deliver us. What's going on? What's going on, Israel? Welcome to another edition of the Lions of Israel Sunday class, where we have conversations about health and wellness. All praise to the Most High for everybody being here. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys leave a comment in the comment section. Show some love. We appreciate everybody that's been coming every week and supporting. You guys on Clubhouse, the link is at the top of the room. If you guys want to come in, you guys can go and look at the PowerPoint on YouTube. With that being said, without further ado, I'm going to pass it over to Sister Malika so we can get started.
Shalom, shalom, everybody. Shalom. And if you could be so kind and let me know if you guys can hear me. And
Yes, we can hear you.
We apologize for had a little bit of technical difficulty, so we apologize for a little bit late today. And thank you guys for joining us again. All right. I don't want to keep you guys too long. We're already running a little behind, so just going to get right to it. Okay, I'm going to be sharing my screen. All right. Okay. Give me 1 second, guys. All right. Give me 1 second. I don't know why I'm not able to. Might not be able to do that. Okay. All right. We'll just We'll just deal with it like this. Okay. All right, guys. Today, we're going to talk about a few things. The question here I want to start with is agrarian. Agrarian. What does agrarian mean? We're going to talk a little bit about the agrarian lifestyle. What does it mean? What does the word agrarian mean? All right. I just have to ask this question. Have you all noticed that almost everything that the European promote is processed? Like the European does not promote anything natural at all, at all, at all. Everything is processed. Everything. I just wanted to point that out before I continue. Um, Priest Danielle, I think your mic is on.
All right.
Yeah, you can mute. Yeah. Okay, so what does agrarian mean? What does agrarian mean? Agrarian means to cultivate the land or the cultivation of land. Okay, and what does it mean to cultivate? Because somebody may ask, what does cultivation mean? Cultivation is farming or planting crops. Okay, so when we talk about an agrarian lifestyle, we're talking about the planting and farming of crops, cultivating the land, farming and planting natural foods, natural resources, and also, farming of like farm animals, the clean animals that we're supposed to be consuming, your goats and sheeps and stuff like that, right? So that's what an agrarian lifestyle is all about. And there are a lot of societies today that are still maintaining an agrarian lifestyle. There are a lot of African countries that are still maintaining the agrarian lifestyle. There are, most people, contrary to popular belief, most people in the Caribbean are maintaining an agrarian lifestyle as well, especially if you go out into the countryside. Okay. Yeah. All right. Now, there's a reason why the Most High, when he created us, the children of Israel, he also created this lifestyle for us. Most High gave us this lifestyle because he understood that this is the lifestyle that we need to sustain our temple. The Most High understand that there are nutrients in the soil. The plants and the clean animal, they get their nutrients from the soil, and we get our nutrients from the plants and the clean animal. Everything works together in balance. And I have put together a few scriptures here. If my husband wants to step in at any point and correct me here. Here are some examples of our agrarian lifestyle in the Bible. Okay. Deuteronomy 28, Deuteronomy 8, chapter 8, verse 7 and 8. For the Most High God bringeth thee into the good land, and a land of brooks of water, of fountain and depth, that spring out of valleys and hill, a land of wheat and barley and vines and fig trees and pomegranates, a land of olive and honey, right? Proverb 28 and 19. He that tilleth his land shall have plenty of bread, but he that followeth after vain persons shall have poverty enough. Leviticus 26, 4 and 5. Then I will give you rain in due season, and the land shall yield her increase, and the trees of the field shall yield her fruit. Isaiah 30 and 23. Then shall he give the rain of thy seed. Then thou shalt sow the ground withal, and bread of the increase of the earth, and it shall be fat and plenteous. And in that day shall thy cattle feed in large pastures. Okay, so I just wanted to briefly give a few scriptures as example of our lifestyle and how we used to maintain our diet and live. This used to be our lifestyle. Okay, we were not eating from packaged foods off the shelves, right? Our foods was fresh foods from the earth, from the soil. That's the point I'm trying to get at here. Okay. Most plant foods, that is, okay, most plant foods that grows from the soil contains anywhere between 80 to 95% of water, aka liquid. All right. I want you guys to understand what I'm saying here. Most plant foods that the Most High created from the soil, in the earth, that grows on plants naturally, most of them have anywhere between 80 to 95% of liquid, aka water. I'm going somewhere with this, guys. I'm going somewhere with this. The human body has between 70 to 80% of water, or 60 to 70%, depending on how old you are. The plant foods that we're supposed to eat, they are supposed to put nutrients in our bodies. And they're also supposed to maintain the water content in our bodies. The natural liquid from plant foods are supposed to nourish our cells and the organs, the skin, and the blood. Right? Okay. So why did the Most High, in his infinite wisdom, created our bodies to have high water content? Well, I'm sure the Most High has his own personal reasons, okay? But one of the reasons is that the water or liquid in our bodies serves as a fundamental building block for our cells and tissues. It helps to transport nutrients and waste, and it regulates the internal temperature and is essential to the lubrication of our joints. This is why the natural plant foods that the Most High created have such high water content. This is why, it doesn't do us any good to eat a bunch of dried processed food, because those things doesn't have any water in it. Okay. Before I go any further, I received a phone call from a sister, I believe it was yesterday, and she said someone had sent her a link to one of my videos. I don't know which one, and she wanted to know if I can touch on eczema in my next time I go live, okay? Because she and her teenage son is suffering from eczema. All right. So I don't know if the sister is here watching. Sister, if you and your son are watching, I'm going to briefly explain how you and your son can get rid of eczema. Okay. Now, obviously, it's entirely up to you whether you choose to implement these changes. All right. Because it's all up to you. I can only steer you in the right direction, but I can't, All right. So, so the problem with eczema is that it's not a skin problem. A lot of people with eczema believe that they have a skin problem. So they're always trying to find some miracle cure to put on their skin, some type of cream or something to always rub on their skin, some miracle soap, some miracle skincare product somewhere. It's always trying to find something to rub on the skin because they think they have a skin problem. I hate to break it to you, but Eczema is not a skin problem. You cannot get rid of eczema but just by simply just rubbing stuff on your skin. You will get some relief, but you will not get rid of the problem because you're not addressing the problem. The reason you're not seeing any changes when you put these creams on your skin is because you're trying to fix the wrong thing. You're putting a Band-Aid on the problem. Now, I there are instances where environmental factors do play a role, like, there are chemicals and other pollution that cause irritation on the skin. However, one of the biggest cause of eczema begins in the gut. That's where eczema begins. When you have eczema, you're having a gut problem. Some of these skin problems can come from certain medications. Okay? A lot of people have been on medications, and most of it, though, is coming from your diet. There are certain medication that triggers inflammation in the gut. And there are medication that also causes a leaky gut. Some of you guys have heard me talk about the leaky gut, okay? Which will cause your skin to break out because you have foods and toxins that are leaking into your bloodstream. And anything that you have into the blood, let me tell y'all something. If you have anything in the bloodstream that doesn't belong there, you're going to have issues on the skin, okay? There's nothing supposed to be in your bloodstream except blood and whatever the Most High put there naturally, all right? So there are certain foods that triggers inflammation in the gut. Foods that cause inflammation in the body, such as cheese, milk, cereal, bread, all the stuff that you don't want to hear me talk about right now. The junk, the cereal, the pasta, the bread, the chips, the pancakes and sweet sugary drinks and packaged foods and all that stuff, your corner store sandwiches and blah, blah, blah. If you're dealing with eczema, eczema is a gut problem. And if you do not treat the gut, the eczema will not go away. Okay. The issue is in the gut. It's causing a lot of toxins to be released into the bloodstream. This is going to trigger your immune system. The body is trying to get rid of those toxins, so it releases them through the skin. Your skin becomes inflamed, and so it begins to itch. And you will begin to scratch. And the more you scratch, the more your skin becomes inflamed. So it's a never-ending battle if you don't fix the inside, right? So unless you change your diet and begin to consume foods that does not cause inflammation in the body, or whatever medication you're on, I don't know if you can get off of it. Take showers regularly, especially after exercise, okay? Because when you sweat, you got this sweat and then your skin begins to irritate you and then you start scratching and, it's just and then it's just a problem all over again. So you have eczema, you gotta take showers regularly. You gotta bathe because you sweat, working all day, you're exercising and, the sweat is going to irritate you, all right? Do a gut cleanse to remove some of that toxins from your gut. That's very important. If you're trying to clean up the gut and get rid of eczema, you have to do a gut cleanse. And you have to take something for the liver because eczema, when you're having eczema, you're having a liver. The liver is not doing its job of getting rid of the toxins from your body. Let me tell y'all something. Your liver and your skin have a very close relationship. Okay. So, and you also need to try and take some probiotics. Okay. But the main thing that you need to take away from this for anybody, this is not just for the sister and her son. I'm talking to anybody that's watching that have eczema, or if you have somebody in your family have eczema. If you have to take away anything from this, you must eliminate the things that are causing inflammation in your body. You need to cleanse your gut at least every 2 to 3 months while taking herbs for the liver and gut health. Okay. And you need to start consuming more plant foods and less processed foods. Okay. And I'm going to share just a little to the sister. This is for the sister who asked. Okay. So give me a second. I'm going to share something here. Sister, if you're watching, I'm going to a website called Grassroot Botanicals. Hopefully you're able to see it on your screen there. I'm going to scroll down and show you there are some cleanse on this website here. Okay. And I want to show you the liver. Here's a liver detox. If you have eczema, you need to take something for the liver. That's very, very important, sis. Let me bring it up for you. Here's something for your liver. And yes, your teenage son can absolutely take this. Okay. This is natural herbs for the liver. This is going to help to detox your liver. All right. Again, we're on the website called grassrootbotanicals.com. Okay. And this here is your liver detox. This is something you could take on a daily basis. All right. Hang on. And now you and your son should do this right here. If the sister is watching, this is a cleanse. This is this is going to help to purge the gut and get rid of some of that waste and toxins that you have that's causing inflammation in your gut. Okay, you got to come to this website, get this cleanse here. It's only $43. The shipping is included, and you and your son can do this together. Okay, you're going to follow the instruction. It comes with a full instruction. You follow it and you purge all of that crap out your gut. Okay. And start putting some healthy foods in your gut. All the instruction will be there. And that's how you slowly clean up the skin from eczema. Okay, sis? Hopefully you're watching. All right. Now, if 50 to 90% of your diet looks like the food in this picture, you're not nourishing the cells or the organs or the skin or the blood. There's no natural water or liquid in this type of diet. Okay. This is dried processed food. Everything here. And then you have the soda. This is just, are there any Hebrew Israelite who are drinking sodas? Really? Okay, let's move on. This type of foods, this is the type of foods that are going to clog up your digestive system and cause constipation, poor blood circulation, gallstones, kidney stones, high cholesterol, hypertension, autoimmune diseases, nutrient deficiencies, and a lot more. Because not only are they dried processed foods with no natural liquid to nourish the body, but they also have been mass produced by companies who use the cheapest ingredients to make them. Y'all think when you buy stuff, you spend money on whatever you're buying, you think you're getting the best from a lot of these processed foods you're buying? No. Companies are using the cheapest ingredients. Don't believe me? Okay. Let me introduce you to there's a company called Cargill. Cargill is one of many corporations that produce processed fake oils across the world. Yes, across the world. Cargill is a producer of canola oil, soybean oil, and other unhealthy oils. Okay. In 2021, this company announced that they are investing $475 million to expand their fake oils across the United States. Now, why am I talking about this? Sister Malika, where are we going with this? Well, because almost every fast foods junk foods and processed foods that you're eating are made with one or multiple of these fake oils. Okay. Now let's take a look at canola oil, right? Canola oil. How many of you watching right now are you got a bottle of canola oil in your kitchen? I know at least one of y'all have a bottle of canola oil in your kitchen. Okay. All right. We're going to learn today. We're going to learn today. We know, ladies and gentlemen, that coconut oil comes from the coconut plant, right? And we also know that olive oil comes from olives, right? So it would be correct if we were to assume that canola oils comes from canola, right? Well, what if I tell you that there is no such thing as canola? There's no such plant called canola plant. Canola does not exist. There's no such thing named canola. The oil you're using called canola comes from a hybrid plant called rapeseed. Yes, you heard that right. You heard that right. Rapeseed plant. Rapeseed is a hybrid plant that Esau constructed in order to make money from the cheap mass-produced oil. Okay, so the plant is called rape plant. I swear I'm not kidding y'all. Literally, the name of the plant is called rape. And the seed, so it's called rape seed oil. Okay, so the seed, yeah, I'm done. Okay. I'll let Esau tell you. I'll let Esau tell you. Hang on. I'll let him tell you.
There's a silent kitchen assassin that's been lurking on your pantry shelf. It's canola oil. So here's the scoop. First off, canola oil actually stands for Canada oil, and it's derived from genetically modified rapeseed. Sneaky, right? They put it through a bunch of chemical processes that leave behind dangerous chemical residues called PFAS. PFAS are forever chemicals that don't leave your body. Yikes. Not exactly farm to table if you catch my drift. And here's the cherry on top. Canola oil contains trans fats that block up your arteries and heart. And guess what? They don't even have to label it as trans fat on the bottle. So ditch that canola oil and try alternative oils like olive oil, coconut oil, and avocado oil. They all contain rich, heart-healthy, monounsaturated fats and antioxidants. Your taste buds and your heart will thank you later. There's a silent...
All right. Okay, well, hang on. Here's another Esau. Let him tell you too. Okay, all right.
This is how Canada convinced you to eat engine lubricant. This is the crazy history of canola oil. Canola oil is derived from the seeds of the rape plant. It's rapeseed oil, and it was originally developed in World War II to lubricate ships and steam engines because the oil sticks to wet metal. Now, during World War II, the United States needed to build a lot of ships, and we didn't really have enough of this rapeseed oil to lubricate the parts that were going to get wet. So the US government asked Canada to increase their production of rapeseed oil to help with the war effort. But at the end of World War II, demand for this rapeseed oil dropped precipitously, and Canada needed to find a way to keep selling something it had put so many resources into producing in high amounts.
Did y'all understand what did y'all get that? Did y'all get that? Well, they needed to find a way to make money off of this thing that they now have sitting there, right? Okay, there you go. And what do? They mass produce it to the population.
Problem for Canada immediately after the war is that this unmodified rapeseed oil is toxic for humans, containing significant amounts of a monounsaturated fat called erucic acid, which seems to be damaging for the heart. But in 1980, scientists finally succeeded in genetically modifying the seeds from these rape plants to make their oil significantly lower in erucic acid, and canola oil was born. Canola is actually an acronym that stands for Canadian Oil Low Acid, And today, it's one of the most highly consumed oils on the planet, and especially in the United States. And if you listen to mainstream health authorities or the American College of Cardiology, they'll tell you this oil is healthy for you. But I beg to differ. There are multiple studies in both animal and human models showing clearly that seed oils like canola oil are harmful for us. Another problem with canola oil and other seed oils is that in order to get these oils from the seeds of plants, they must be highly refined, exposed to many extracting agents that are carcinogenic like benzene, hexane, and heated to high temperatures leading to oxidation of these fragile oils. And exposure to high heat in the distillation process leads to oxidation and the formation of significant amounts of trans fats. So these oils are toxic in so many different ways. So don't be fooled by propaganda here or what you're told by mainstream health authorities. These oils are harmful for humans. They should never have become part of our food supply. In fact, I don't even think of them as food. The only thing they're good for is engine lubricants, and that's the way they should stay.
Okay. Let's move on. If any of you are watching this video right now and you don't get up and go toss that nonsense in the garbage, come on now. Come on. Okay. I tell you what. The oil, the beef tallow is probably more healthier than this canola oil. Beef tallow is beef fat. Okay. Now, if the cow was raised humanely, I bet you that tallow is way more healthier than this rapeseed oil here. But hey, I rest my case. All right. When we get up on a daily basis and we eat things like this, okay, stuff you're looking at there in the photo, and you feed these things to your babies, you are disrupting the delicate balance of fluid and electrolytes, which are essential for the cells to function. Your cells and organs experience stress when this is like every day, constantly eating these things nonstop every day throughout the week. If this is what your babies or your children are eating this, you're going to work every day. You got to stop at the corner store and pick up some junk and this and that, and you have it all in your house. You're watching television. You're snacking on it. Before you go to bed, you're snacking. Like, come on now. Your organs eventually are going to shut down. They're going to experience stress, leading to breakdown of normal physiological functions. The cells will begin to shrink. Your blood will thicken. Your organs become starved of oxygen. This is why you can't function. When your organs are starved of oxygen, especially your brain, because your brain is an organ. This is why a lot of our people are not functioning well. Your memory is going. You can't remember stuff. You can't focus. Your focus is off. You know what I'm saying? Because the stuff you're putting in your body is not brain food. It's not feeding the brain, right? That's why you start getting sick. Okay? Yeah. This is why you have skin problem like eczema, because you're clogging up the organs with dried processed foods. Organs like your liver begins to malfunction because it's not able to eliminate all of that toxins from all that chips and fries and pancakes and cheese and bacon. Dried processed foods bring lots of toxins into the digestive system. That's why your kidneys are failing, because these organs have to work twice as hard to process the junk food that you're putting inside your body. That's why your heart is failing, because it must work twice as hard to pump the blood through your arteries, because your arteries are clogged up. And that's why our people are suffering from poor blood circulation. I want that to sink in. And brothers, if you're wondering why your gut is so big, for those of you with big gut, these are some of the things that are contributing to your bloated stomach. That chemical from the ingredients in these junk foods you're consuming. And you add the excessive alcohol consumption and the sodas and sweet sugary juices from the corner store. Because a lot of us are too lazy to cut a couple of lemons and squeeze them in a mason jar or a glass and add some water and some honey or a little brown sugar and make yourself some lemonade. Literally, it takes, what is the average time to make a glass of lemonade? Less than 3 minutes. Drink some lemonade instead of sodas and sweet sugary store-bought juices. It's healthier. You can't find 3 minutes out of your life to make some lemonade? Come on now. So a lot of your junk foods are fried before they're packaged and sold to you. I'm going to give you a list of things that you eat that are fried before they're packaged. Potato chips, Cheetos, Fritos, cheese puffs. I don't even know what some of those things are. Donuts, potato sticks, vegetable sticks, pastries, etc., etc. And then you have things like fried chicken and French fries and all the other foods that you get when you go to a restaurant. And did you know that most restaurants and all fast food, all of them, every single one of them, all fast food restaurants use cheap oils like canola oil and soybean oil to cook your food? Yes, because these oils are inexpensive. Restaurants use the cheapest ingredients they can find so they can save money and make a profit. Our people, us, the Israelites, we were created by the Most High to consume foods such as what you are looking at in this photo. Hopefully you guys can see it. These are different varieties of plant foods. And there are thousands upon thousands of them all over the world. Yes, 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 yes. And let me say this to y'all. No matter where we are, and I'm talking about us now, the children of Israel, no matter where we are in the world, Japan, Australia, the Philippines, Africa, the Caribbean, the United States, they know we're scattered everywhere, right? No matter where we are or how bad our condition is, the Most High always give us access to this type of foods. Yes. This type of foods is all over the planet. They're everywhere. You're choosing not to consume them. Because I always say the Most High always give us an out. Always. These foods are everywhere on the planet. And even if you live somewhere where they're not grown, that's why we have import and export. They're all in the four corners of the earth. They're in every supermarket right here in the United States. Every supermarket chain you go to, there's a fresh produce aisle. Am I lying? Tell me I'm lying. That's either true or false. Now, the foods in the fresh produce aisle may not be perfect, but I tell you what they all have in common. You know what they all have in common? They have natural liquid inside of them. And they do not clog up your digestive system. They're not dried processed foods. And that's better than the stuff you're buying in the processed food aisle, because they're not clogging up your system. We are choosing to eat a lot of the garbage that we're eating. Yes, we are. And we use all type of excuse as to why we can't have healthier meals every day. Oh, I'm too lazy, I'm too tired, I'm too this and that and the other. It's a choice that we're making. We were not created to consume a bunch of dried, processed, ready-made, packaged food sitting on the shelves. Our bodies are constructed differently from the other nations. Our hair is different. Our skin is different. Our DNA is different. Everything about us is different. And that is why we are the ones suffering from all these diseases and illness the most, because we are maintaining someone else's processed diet. Let me say that again. We are maintaining someone else's processed diet. Yes, I get it. Well, Sister Malika, we're still in captivity and blah, blah. I get it. I get it. But the Most High still gives us options. You can't tell me that's a lie. That's not a lie. No matter where we are, the Most High still show us mercy. We still have choices. You're choosing not to make the right choices. So someone is going to ask me, Sister Malika, what am I supposed to eat? My answer is always going to be, you eat what the Most High intended for you to eat. Here you have some spaghetti squash, right? And now I don't, obviously I've never been to all 50 states, but I am almost certain that in most supermarket you go to, you can find spaghetti squash, right? We have a meal in front of us here. This is a very simple and easy meal. It's spaghetti squash with some baked chicken breasts. That's all it is, right? And literally, how long does it take to bake some chicken breasts? Seriously. And both of these foods, you can throw them in your oven and go take a shower and go do whatever you're doing. And when you get out the shower and do whatever you're doing, it's done. It's ready. All you got to do is take the chicken, wash it, clean it up, season it, and throw it in your oven and put the spaghetti squash right there in the oven right along with it.
If I may, because
yes,
I don't know if you have it coming up, but spaghetti squash is great for those of you brothers and sisters, because we're all addicted to a lot of things, foods and stuff like that. For those of y'all that love spaghetti and meatballs, pastas, right? No shade. You love pastas? Guess what? I love pasta too. But did you know that spaghetti squash can replace that spaghetti that y'all buy in the store? If you've never had it, it's in the plant aisle. It's in your produce section in the supermarket. You put the same spaghetti sauce on that you would on that pasta, and you won't miss the pasta. And it tastes good. And it looks just like pasta, as you guys can see on the screen. For those of y'all that are watching the PowerPoint, if you guys are on Clubhouse, you have to click the link at the top of the room. But for you guys watching the PowerPoint, what she has there, that image right there, you guys can see inside the spaghetti squash, that looks like spaghetti. You guys can see it on the right-hand side. You could use that to replace the pasta that when you make spaghetti and meatballs, and it's a healthier alternative. This is what I used to do when I was a personal trainer and people would come into the gym. I don't just tell them how to work out and lift weights, but I would show them replacement meals that they would actually have to eat so they can also see their results. Stop eating the pasta. I know the pasta is addictive. Eat spaghetti squash instead. Stop eating so much rice. Eat quinoa instead. And I could go on and on and on. With that being said, go ahead, sis.
Yes, absolutely. That was the whole, that was the whole point of me showing that, because I know somebody's going to ask me, well, what am I supposed to eat? There's more to life than processed foods. You don't have to get up and eat all this processed food. And what I'm trying to explain is that these things don't even take a long time to cook. You can put, if you don't want to put the spaghetti squash, for example, in the oven, okay, you could put some water in a pot on the stove and just throw the spaghetti squash in there. You don't have to cut it. You're not doing anything. Just put it in there, cover the pot. In about 10-15 minutes, it's cooked, okay? When it's cooled down a little bit, you cut it open, remove the seeds, and you have your spaghetti squash ready to go. You throw your chicken in the oven. You season it. You put your sauce, however you want to season your chicken. Throw it in the oven in the pan, and and that's it. You're not even standing over the stove doing nothing. And here you have a nice meal. It's vegetable and meat, but it's filling. It's very filling. Here's another meal. This you could take to, all of these things you could take to work with you. You could cook it overnight, pack it in a little lunch thing, and take it to work with you, okay? You got some baked chicken again. You got some sweet potato there, right? Those two things you can put in the oven. You just throw them in the oven. Season your chicken, whatever, and throw it all in the oven, right? You got some avocado right there. How long do you think it take to cut an avocado? 5 seconds, just cut it, right? And then you have some spinach right there. It takes about 30 seconds to saute a little spinach on top of the stove. Literally, this meal takes less than an hour. Okay. Then here you have a piece of fish on top of spinach and quinoa. Quinoa is a healthier version of rice. Okay, it's a healthier. It's a little bit healthier than rice. All right, it does. You have the purple quinoa or the red quinoa. It kind of look red or purple, and then you have this one right here, right? But this is quinoa, and then you have some baked fish on top of it, right? With some spinach. That's a good lunch or dinner, right? And this, it doesn't. If you don't want to stand over the stove, you throw the fish in the oven. And you cook the quinoa the same way you cook your rice. How long does it take to cook a little bit of rice? And you can make enough of this to last you a couple of days to take it to work with you for lunch. Pack it in your little lunch bag. Okay. Now, what do we have here? We have some lettuce. We have some cucumbers. We have some baked chicken. We have a little bit of red bean. This is optional now. The reason I put this in here is because it's a little bit of carbohydrate. It has some fiber in there. Beans have lots of fiber, right? And it's kidney beans, good for your kidneys, right? So that's why I threw this in there. Then you have some avocados here, right? And here you have a whole meal. This is this is the finished product right here. You put all that together, right? If you want something a little bit more filling, you can boil or bake some sweet potatoes. And you could pour some of that gravy on the sweet potato, put that chicken on there. You have your salad on the side, and there you go. That's a whole meal. That's healthier than that processed stuff, sandwiches and all that nonsense. The problem is, here's a problem. The problem is that everyone is looking for convenience. Convenience is what's making you sick. You want everything ready-made, ready packaged, and ready to go. Unfortunately, these things are mass produced and they are made with the cheapest ingredients so that the people who are mass producing these things can make a big profit. And the people who are consuming them are getting sicker and sicker. And what if I tell you that the same people who are mass producing these fake oils and junk foods are also in bed with the pharmaceutical companies and the medical industries? I just wanted to touch on this for a second. Pepsi, Lord, they're going to shut down this channel when I'm done with this. Pepsi, Tropicana, yes, your Tropicana orange, or fake orange juice. Y'all know what I'm talking about, that Tropicana fake orange juice, because some of our people think that that's real orange juice. Okay. Quaker Oats, Gatorade, Lay's potato chips. You see the photo right here? This image right here. Yeah. That's all owned by the same company. And they're in bed with the drug company. Okay. So according to documents obtained by the Freedom of Information Act, the owners of the Academy of Nutrition and Diabetes, yeah, you heard that right. The Academy of Nutrition and Diabetes has invested funds in corporations such as Nestle, Pepsi Cola, and pharmaceutical companies, and has accepted substantial corporate financial contribution. Oh yeah. I didn't make this up. I got this. This is on the White Man website. Okay, so the same people who claim to be researching diseases like diabetes, cancer, autoimmune disease, and all these other diseases, they are the same people who are investing in companies like Pepsi and other processed food companies. Look at that. Look at that. They're making you sick so they can profit off of your sickness. And you actually believe that your doctors are helping you. Okay, let's continue. You think that when you go into your doctor's office and they're let's see about your diabetes and your autoimmune disease and blah, blah, blah. The doctors are just as fake as everybody else. Eating healthy and keeping the weight off. You want to have something heavier. I'm trying to help you guys to eat a little bit healthier here, okay? You want to have something heavier for lunch and something lighter for dinner. Why is that? Because you don't want to go to bed with a whole bunch of foods weighing down your stomach. When you eat something heavier for lunch, you have the rest of the day to burn off some calories while you're working and doing whatever you're doing, throughout the day, right? Okay. You want to have something light, something lighter before bed or when you get home at night after work late. So that way you're not forcing your digestive system to process a heavy meal while you sleep. And that's some of the reason why a lot of people are having sleep problems at night. And that's one of the reasons you're having gut problem as well. And it's also one of the reasons your gut is big. You have a big gut, okay? Because you're going to bed with a full stomach. And you're forcing your digestive system to process all this heavy meal while you sleep. It's best to have your protein and carbs earlier in the daytime to allow for better digestion and the body to process it and digest it. Okay, there you go. Now, did you know that cleansing regularly helps you to keep the weight off? Yes, it does. When you are cleansing, it forces you to maintain a healthy balanced lifestyle. Cleansing forces you to eat more plant foods and less junk foods so that you are not gaining weight and your gut isn't getting bigger. It also forces you to go to the bathroom regular and get rid of extra wastes from your intestines. That's what cleansing does. Cleansing helps to slowly remove a lot of these chemicals and toxins from the foods that have all of these fake canola oils and all these fake oils in them. You want to clean the colon so your body can properly absorb nutrients. Let me, in case somebody new got in the room, we're just talking about this cleanse right here. Here's a cleanse you can do. For those of you who've been consuming a lot of, processed junk food, there we go. So I think somebody in the chat said they did this cleanse. They just did this cleanse. I was looking at the chat just now. Here's a cleanse you can do. A very easy cleanse you can do to help you keep that weight off and help you get some of that toxins and waste and chemicals out of your gut. Again, there we go. In case you just came in the room, we're on this website called Grassroot Botanicals. You go there, you go to the product section, and we're looking at a cleanse called a 7-day mucus, digestive, and immune cleanse. That's one of the easiest cleanse. Very easy to do. You're not starving. You're going to be eating stuff, but you're going to be eating healthy stuff, not the junk stuff that's clogging up your gut. That's a good thing about these cleanse. Okay. Now, sisters, we're going to change course a little bit here. I'm going to change some course a little bit. We're going to change course a little bit. We're going to talk about the testosterone dominance in women. And what you're looking at on the screen here, this is an actual woman, by the way. This is not a transformer, okay? Some of you guys might think, what is that? What's this? No. This sister here, this is a natural-born woman. She is struggling with testosterone dominance, okay? Her hormonal system is in chaos. So you see her, all that facial hair she has there, unfortunately. I'm going to be watching, sharing a video here for a few minutes, okay? I'll be sharing a video for a few minutes.
The term beauty is only skin deep is so true, but it's like we live in such a superficial world. We're all subjected to it. We can't escape it. So it's like that internal fight. It's like, okay, I embrace myself and I'm powerful and I'm this and I'm that. But then it's like, but I do want to be perceived as beautiful. So Dr. Mina, I'm hoping that she can help me because the hair growth is getting worse. It's not getting any better.
Hello, is it Charlie?
It's Charlie. Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Nice
I'm
to meet
Dr.
you.
Lopez. Hopefully you do handshakes, or do you have fish bumps? Or
I'm all for it.
all for it,
Yeah.
whatever the case may be. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to have a pop squat here. So what brings you in today?
I have excessive hair growth, which is why I'm wearing a mask right now.
Okay.
I don't want to show anybody. And then my hair in my head is thinning so bad.
Okay. So I'm going to have you remove your mask. And we'll see what we are dealing with. Okay.
You guys are the first people that are seeing me like this. It wasn't just like a little bit of hair I could shave. It's coarse, it's thick, and if I shave at 7 a.m, by noon, you can see it coming back. It's like a mental game at this point. I think everybody's looking at me, and they're not looking at me for me. They're looking at, oh, that's the girl with the Clearly, my 3-year-old is aware that I have a hairy beard. Having this facial hair and having a loss of like my actual hair is affecting every single aspect of my life. Me being a mom, me being a wife. I don't even want to kiss my husband. He didn't sign up to like kissing as a wife and like be like poked by facial hair.
I can feel it, like on my bare skin. I can feel it.
I can't even like feel feminine at this point. I don't feel pretty. I just want to like be comfortable and be happy again. So, and I want to be able to look in the mirror and be happy at what I see, and I just like I don't. Okay, it's bright, very bright, my friend. And look how far down it goes to on my neck. It does. Yeah, it does go all the way down. I can see that she's had a hard road with the amount of hair that she has on her face. Do you have any itching or burning or pain in your scalp? Nope. But every time I wash my hair, it comes out in clumps as well. I can see that. And when you look at Charlie's scalp, I mean, I feel for her. She has had severe reduction in her hair density. It's really concentrated right in here. Yeah, the main part of like what I want people to see. So I really think you do have hirsutism. Hirsutism is when you're having hair growing in areas that we usually see ruled by male hormones, particularly testosterone. So testosterone makes hair grow here because it has a different receptor, but that receptor is different up here, and so it causes your hair to fall out here, but grow here. I know it's nuts. So the good.
Now I want you guys to notice, right? She just diagnosed her, right? But I'm not going to play the entire video because it's a little long, but she just diagnosed her with the symptoms. But nowhere in this video is she going to tell this young lady what is causing the underlying issue. It seemed to me that none of these doctors know, or they know, but they're not saying. But I have a feeling that they don't know. I just don't get it. She's diagnosing a symptom, but she's not getting to the cause. And that's the problem.
The news is I think we can help you. That's for sure. I think I can help you. You're going to make me cry. No. I know. It's hard. It's really hard. It's been tough. I bet. No, I don't even feel like myself anymore. Well, so treatment-wise, we are going to do a couple things. The first thing we're going to do is start you on spironolactone. We're going to put on oral spironolactone that helps us to block testosterone's effect on her skin, particularly her hair follicle, which is going to allow us to decrease her hair growth here.
Okay, so she's prescribing medication. She's prescribing drugs, and that drug is going to help to block the testosterone, right? That's a Band-Aid she's putting on there. All right. And what else is she going to do?
And stop her hair loss up here. We need to stop the cause. This is the cause. But I think we should also couple it with laser hair removal. Okay. The laser hair removal will allow us to now remove hair that she doesn't want, which is the facial hair that she's seeing, that she desperately wants off. And that takes about 6 to 8 times, once a month or so.
Okay. So we're going to prescribe drugs to block the testosterone, and then we're going to do laser hair removal. And then there's nowhere in this video where she gets down to the nitty-gritty and explain to this young lady, why is your body producing an overabundance of testosterone? Where is that coming from? Nowhere did she get into that at all.
So, where have you been my whole life? That's what I was. Okay. If Dr. Lopez can actually take away the hair on my face and give me my hair on my head, I will feel feminine again. It would just literally be a new person. Very optimistic. I don't think this works. Charlie first came as
All right, I'm gonna
Let's see up
skip
here.
ahead.
I can tell my hair's
guys.
growing
I'm
a lot.
skipping
It looks
ahead.
a lot healthier. You do have a lot more hair. Before you are. You started off. I'm growing my hair out.
I'm sorry, guys. I don't want to drag this out. I'm skipping ahead here.
Now you can see I have some thickness going on. I can't walk past a mirror and not be all in the mirror now. So this has been amazing to see you being yourself, who you're meant to be. My transition was from like a woolly mammoth to a goddess. Disha?
All right, so here's what happened, right? So that treatment, she's gonna have to keep going back to get the laser removal and get that testosterone blocker to block the testosterone. Okay, that's something she's gonna have to keep going, whether it's every a few months or every few years or however how long that medication stays in her system for. But that's something, because if she continue to maintain whatever lifestyle she's maintaining, she'll never get rid of that problem because they have not addressed the underlying cause. That's the problem. Now here we have another sister here.
Dr.
Hi, how are
you?
Good. I'm Dr. Say, like you said.
Oh, you're even prettier in person.
Stop.
You are.
You started off right. It's very nice to meet you. What brings you here today?
So I have something wrong with my skin under the arms, under the
Okay.
breast, or in the genital.
Sure.
Anyway, I came to get an answer.
Absolutely.
Get a solution.
Let's get you in a gown so I can examine you and I can see what we're getting into.
Okay.
Okay?
I'm ready.
All right, sit tight.
If I get the help that I need today, I will feel like there are such things as miracles.
All right, let's take a look. So you have some active lesions here. You have a lot of
Scar tissue.
oh, yeah.
Okay,
What-
so I don't want to drag this out, so I'm just going to tell y'all what's going on with this sister here. This sister's body is so toxic. She needs her lymphatic system. Her lymph nodes are so clogged up. I swear to, her lymph nodes are clogged up. Her body her body is filled with toxins and waste. This sister here. You heard her. She said it's under her arm, it's between her leg, because that's where the lymph nodes are. That's the lymphatic. She needs a lymphatic drainage. This sister needs a detox, a heavy detox, and she needs herbs for the lymphatic system. I'm not even going to drag this out and bog y'all down with this video. You look at that's her underarm. That's right there. And let me tell y'all something. If any of you sisters are watching this and you're dealing with this problem, if you don't address it, if you don't get to the root cause of it, it's a cancer. You're at risk for cancer, and then that cancer spread to the breast, and the last thing you want is lymphatic cancer. That's the last thing you need, is cancer of the lymphatic system. This sister right here in the video, she needs to detox the system. She needs a purge. That's what she needs. A few times. She needs to do it a few times. Like she did back to back. She needs some purging. Okay.
Up with that. All righty. So let's see.
Yeah.
We took
What is
her mask off. I really got to see the severity and the extent of her hirsutism or facial hair. She really has.
I'm sorry, guys. I wanted to. There we go.
Hairless. That's what I want.
I'm going to go over everything, kind of get a background,
Okay.
but let me take a look first, then we'll go from there.
Sure,
Okay?
absolutely.
Yes, if you don't mind taking your mask off, I appreciate that. When she took her mask off, I really got to see the severity and the extent of her hirsutism or facial hair. She really has a significant amount of facial hair, and I just really fell for her. How has this affected you kind of overall?
It's had a detrimental effect on my I guess my mental health, because I've kind of become, insecure and just antisocial. Because it has affected my relationships with men. So
Well, I'm sure it's hard because you have to have a whole discussion.
I know, and it could be taxing sometimes.
Yeah.
The most recent relationship that I had, we were together like all the time. And so for someone who struggles with hirsutism and shaving and hiding it like that, it was hard because I'd have to get up before he gets up. I got to shave my face. Hopefully I don't cut my face. Now I got to put on makeup to cover the issues. Like, it was a lot. It was exhausting.
You just have the hair growth in a pattern that's what we call androgen sensitive.
Okay.
Androgens, an example would be testosterone. So this is hair that's growing because it's been stimulated by testosterone.
Are you guys? I want this. I'm trying to figure out if the sisters are listening here. I don't know if this. Are there any sisters that are watching? Are y'all listening? If you're dealing with this here, do you understand what the doctors are? She has a lot of male hormones. As a woman, you're supposed to have that. Your dominant hormone is supposed to be estrogen. Okay, that's it. You're supposed to have a little bit of male hormone in your body, right? It's a balance. Like a man is supposed to have his dominant hormone is supposed to be testosterone, and then you have a little bit of estrogen, right? The Most High created us with balance. Everything has to be balanced, right? Now, this sister here, the male hormone has completely taken over. Why do you think that is? Okay.
Around. Okay. Let me have you tilt back up. Ready?
Sure. The term beauty is only skin deep is so true, but it's like we live in such a superficial world. We're all subjected to it. You know, we can't escape it. So it's like that internal fight. It's like, okay, I embrace myself and I'm powerful and I'm this and I'm that. But then it's like, but I do want to be perceived as beautiful. So Dr. Mina, I'm hoping that she can help me because the hair growth is getting worse. It's not getting any better.
Okay, so we got to talk about a lot of things here. So I agree with your diagnosis. You have hirsutism. So that is where the hair is growing in a male pattern because it's been stimulated by testosterone.
If I don't get the help I need today, I would be devastated. I'd be devastated. Yeah.
This standard of care for this is laser hair removal, where we just get rid of the hair. But you have really active hair growth. So we can reduce the number of hairs, but it may not be permanent. But there is a topical medication that decreases the rate of growth.
Okay.
So if you
Are y'all listening? Are y'all listen? If you sisters were here from the very beginning of this video, if you haven't taken away anything from what I mentioned earlier on in this video, and now we're here watching this, and you're still confused as to what it is that you need to do. When we're done with this live stream, go back to the very beginning and start over and watch the video and keep watching it until you get what I'm trying to explain to you. Because after watching this video, there shouldn't be any confusion about what it is that you need to do, because I'm explaining it step by step. I'm trying to explain to you what's causing these problems in brothers and sisters. Don't be confused. I think my English is very good. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm explaining it. I believe I'm explaining it very clearly. Go back and watch the video from the beginning. I'm very clear on why you're having these problems.
you use it in conjunction with the laser, you get a better result.
Okay.
In addition, I do think that you would do well with spironolactone. It doesn't stop the hair growth, but it does block the androgen.
But there you go. We're not even going to go. Okay, that's it. I'm done with the video. The bottom line is that none of these people are able to help any of these sisters here with their problems because they don't know how to help them. Okay. It's all get rid of the hair, shave it off, laser hair removal. Let's put some cream on it. Let's give you some drugs so you can block the testosterone. There's no getting to the bottom and what's causing the problem. It's a waste of time even seeing these. And these are the people that y'all trust. Oh, the doctors. These are the people that majority of our people trust. Okay. Let's move on. I'm done. So, sisters, what is causing your hormone imbalance? And how do we fix it? You can start by learning from the things that I talked about today. If you weren't here earlier when I started, I'm done with the video, rewind and go right back and pay attention and listen. Get back to the diet that the Most High intended for you, and put away the excessive processed diet. Cleanse your system on a regular basis so that your hormones can begin to balance back. You have to begin to balance back the hormones again. Take the herbal plants that the Most High gave us to help balance our female hormones. You have herbs like Vitex, Don Quai root, Romania, red raspberry leaves, shepherd's purse, chaparral, red clover, nettle, ginger, motherwort, and so many other herbs that has natural estrogen. These natural plants promote circulation of the uterus, because when you have a whole bunch of hair on your body, you're dealing with reproductive problems, ladies, okay? These natural plants promote circulation of the uterus. They help to prevent cramps on your monthly cycle. They help to balance the female hormone and reduce the male hormone testosterone, so your body can stop growing hair where it doesn't belong.
Sister Malika,
Yes.
you went past that too fast.
Sorry.
No, I know you're doing a great job. You went past that too fast. You said it's going to help you with your monthly cramps. No, a lot of our sisters, y'all Israelite sisters, y'all suffer from PMS. Some of y'all have it so bad that when you have your PMS, you want to be in a dark room with the shades pulled down, under your covers in the fetal position once a month, and you think that's normal. It's not normal. What she's teaching you, if you suffer from severe PMS and you can't stay in the dark room in your bed because you have to go to work and be amongst other people, there's ways to actually deal with that. A lot of our sisters suffer from bad PMS. Right along with what she's saying about regulating your hormones, it's the same thing with PMS. She's telling y'all how to deal with that. I have witnessed, and I'm going to go on mute because I'm a man, but I've had people give me testimonies from listening to her that their PMS changed after they changed and regulated what they were eating, how they were living. It was literally the cheat code. A lot of you sisters are not really paying attention to that, but it's really that simple. You don't have to be going through the PMS that makes you feel like, you know what I'm saying, you're in pain in the fetal position the whole time. You don't, that's the doctors will tell you that that's just how it is. That's not just how it is. But I'll leave that there.
And I hate to say this, but I'm just gonna keep it real, man, because I interact with sisters on a regular basis, right? And I'm talking sisters, whether they're in the truth or outside of the truth, doesn't matter. A lot of these sisters are simply, they just don't want to change. Like I'm gonna give you all an example, right? I ran into this sister in Brooklyn a few days ago, and she was asking what type of soap she can use to get rid of eczema, right? And I'm trying to educate the sister and tell her that there's no miracle soap on the land that's going to get rid of your eczema. I asked her, how long you been dealing with this eczema? Well, since I was a child. Okay. Well, if you've been using soap your whole life to try and get rid of this thing and it hasn't gone away, so clearly what you have been doing hasn't been working, right? So now I'm trying to educate the sister and let her know what it is that she's doing wrong. And some of the questions I asked her was about her diet. Do you consume this or that? Do you consume dairy? Yes. And the moment I tell the sister that she's going to have to eliminate these foods from her diet, the sister shook her head no, and she walked out the store. Literally, she walked out. When I tell you that some of our sisters are going to die in their ignorance, they don't want to change. They do not want to change. They'll rather suffer in their ignorance. So, my grandmother used to say, if you have a ear, then you're here. That's it. You sisters need to understand that you're going to have to cleanse your system on a regular basis if you want to live a normal, healthier life and not deal with hormonal problems. Your body is different from the other nations. And your temple needs to be cleansed at all times. These other nations, the women, their bodies are used to consuming all this processed junk stuff. You're special, sisters. In case you forgot, you are a special people. You weren't meant for this life. You're going to have to do things differently, different from what Becky is doing. Different from what Su Ling is doing. Because y'all's bodies are not the same. That's something you need to understand. You need to stop maintaining the same diet like these other nations are maintaining, the processed packaged stuff. Because your bodies, your temple is different. Most High did not create you special for no reason. You're special. Now, do you remember in this video here, right? In this video that I played earlier, I'm going to play it again. The man says when you consume these fake oils, the chemicals do not leave your body. Let me play it. Let me play it again. I want you guys to pay attention.
There's a silent kitchen assassin that's been lurking on your pantry shelf. It's canola oil. So here's the scoop. First off, canola oil actually stands for Canada oil, and it's derived from genetically modified rapeseed. Sneaky, right? They put it through a bunch of chemical processes that leave behind dangerous chemical residues called PFAS. PFAS are forever chemicals that don't leave your body. Yikes.
There it is. There it is right there. They're forever chemicals that never leave your body. Okay. So the AI, because that was AI, by the way, the AI white man said that the chemical do not leave your body. Well, he's partially correct. He's partially correct. These chemicals will not leave your body if you don't do anything. You see, if you just sit around with them, just sitting in your body, just sit around and not do anything, and they're just sitting in your body, they won't go anywhere. But if you begin to slowly purge them out of your system and using the Most High's herbal plants and detox the system, they will leave your body. Your body has its own natural cleansing mechanism, sisters and brothers, but those mechanisms will not work. They'll only work if you keep them healthy. So you can get rid of these things, but you're going to have to do something to get rid of them. That's the point. And sisters, if you're wondering why your gut is so big, well, these are some of the reasons. These are some of the things that are contributing to your bloated stomach. These are some of the reasons your hormones are out of control. It's some of the reason your menopausal symptoms are making you go crazy. It's some of the reason your monthly cycle is making you miserable with all that cramps and pain. It's some of the reason you have all that facial hair. It's because when you use these cheap oils to cook with, when you go to the restaurant and eat, when you keep stopping at fast food joints, when you keep going to the corner store to buy junk food and snacks, when you spend a lot of time in the processed food aisle at the supermarket instead of the fresh produce aisle, the chemicals from the oils used to process these foods are disrupting the natural hormones in your body. And here's another thing, unfortunately. Oh boy, somebody's gonna hate me for this one. Unfortunately, this right here is also contributing to the hair on your chin. The excessive chicken and turkey consumption. Yes, sisters, chicken and turkey and all the, yes, they have what we call synthetic estrogen. Your meat has synthetic estrogen, and these synthetic estrogen, unfortunately, disrupt the natural estrogen that your body produces. And this is why your hormones goes out of balance, because these synthetic estrogen causes a disruption of your natural hormonal system. You cannot mix natural with unnatural. There's going to be a problem. And then you have your processed meat products, your ground meat. Research links the consumption of red and processed meat to increased risk of cancer. Also, high heating method like grilling can create mutagenic compounds that damage DNA and contributes to cancer risk. Endocrine disrupting chemicals. What is endocrine? What does endocrine mean? Endocrine is the system that produce hormone, okay? Endocrine disrupting chemicals is processed meat. In processed meat can disrupt the male and female hormones. Okay, you have I'm going to tell you guys some of the chemicals that are found in your ground meat here. Nitrates, and nitrites are preservatives. Those things are found in your processed meat. BPA, that's a chemical that is used to line the container that the meat comes in. So that little container that the meat comes in got BPA in it. That's what they use to line the container. Pesticide, that's another thing that's found in ground meat. Phthalates is a chemical used to make plastic and can be found in ground meat. These are all chemicals that interferes with hormone signaling and disrupt hormone function in the body of both men and women. I mean, somebody's gonna say, "Well, there's nothing for us to eat now." Well, I mean, you don't really have to eat ground meat, or you can ground up your own meat. I mean, there's ways to move around this, man. There's ways to move around it. Limiting processed meat consumption is recommended due to its potential health risk. Okay, you can go to local farmers market and have them ground up the fresh meat there. There's a sister in this camp who does that. She and her husband go to the local place. They take the chicken or the whatever, and they have the grow the chicken, and they pick out whatever meat they want, the chicken they want. They have the chicken killed right there, or the goat or whatever animal that they're killing, the lamb or whatever, and they have them kill the lamb there, and then they ground up they ground it up for them. So again, there's ways to go around it. The problem is the mass production of the mass produced ground meat. That's the one that's the problem. The ones that are mass produced and are sitting on the shelves because they have the what do you call it? The chemicals inside of it, the preservatives and stuff, right? Now, birth control. A lot of our sisters have their daughters on birth control, or their teenage daughters. Why? Because the teenage daughters are having problems with their menstruation, right? They're having issues in their multi-cycle. And the doctors are prescribing birth control to help to so-called manage monthly cycle. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Okay. And what our sisters don't understand, this is messing with your reproductive organs. It's messing with your ability to have children. It's giving you, listen. Okay. If any of you have ever taken birth control, or if you have your daughters in birth control, I'm here to tell you that you're going against nature and you are disrupting the natural hormones in your body with birth control. Birth control has synthetic estrogen that disrupt the natural estrogen in your bodies. Birth control is a hormone disruptor and it contributes to PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, and fibroids. Get your teenage daughters off of these birth control. All righty. We're almost at the very end, guys. We're almost at the end. I think we have about 2 more slides and then we're done. Okay. Again, fast food, junk foods. These are all hormone disruptors. They cause hormonal imbalance. Fast foods and junk foods disrupt your hormones. They cause hormonal imbalance. This one is for the brothers. Brothers, there's a reason. There's a reason some brothers look like this. Brothers, if you're watching this video and you look like this, I want you to take a look at this picture right here. This brother have breasts, okay? Abnormally large breast. And what this brother is struggling with is gynecomastia. Gynecomastia, brothers. That's what you're struggling with. If you're watching this video and you're listening to the sound of my voice, you have a condition called gynecomastia. If you look like this, okay? And what is that? What is, Sister Malika, what is that? Okay. You have low levels of testosterone, brothers, if you look like this. Your testosterone levels are very low. And you have too much female hormones, too much estrogen in your body. Too much of that processed meat and junk foods with all the chemicals and fake oils is disrupting your hormones, brothers. And one of the biggest problems with brothers that look like this, they're not exercising. Brothers, were you aware that exercise helps to build testosterone levels? I was trying to download a video early and I wasn't able to get it. But testosterone, if you exercise, that will help to build your testosterone. Yes, brothers. Yes. You need to exercise. If you go to get up and go to work every day and come home, you're sitting on the couch, you're eating crap and you're gaining weight and you're starting to look like this, your breasts are getting bigger and you're looking, a little sloppy there. You're losing testosterone, brothers. Okay. You're going to have to do something. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Get up and do something. Regular exercise, especially high intensity exercise and resistance training can effectively increase testosterone levels in men. If you're not cleansing, you have a lot of chemicals and toxins build up in your system, and those things are disrupting your hormones, brothers. You need to cleanse your body. Cleansing helps to balance your hormones. You're not taking any herbal plants that has phytonutrients. Phytonutrients provide natural testosterone to balance your hormones, brothers. You gotta take some plants that help to build your testosterone. Hang on, hold on. Somebody's gonna, Sister Malika, what are you talking about? You see this right here, brothers, for those of you, and sisters too. Sisters, if you have a husband who looked like that, maybe he's a little ashamed to, don't worry, you can get him this, okay? You see this right here? I know it says Muscle Force Max, and I know it says Energy, Strength, and Muscle Builder. We used to call this the testosterone booster. This is a herbal formula that has herbs inside of it. 100% herbs and nothing else. And the herbs in this formula here are testosterone building herbs. They help to build your testosterone, brothers. They have phytonutrients inside of them. And also you need to start taking some zinc. My brothers, please take some zinc. But you need this, and you need to cleanse your gut. And you need to, I forgot about the liver. You need good liver health if you're going to, ladies and gentlemen, okay, I forgot about this one. Sisters and brothers, if you're going to have good hormonal system, you're going to have to take care of the liver. I cannot say that enough. Okay, I totally forgot about this slide here. If you are going to have good hormonal system, your liver, you need good liver health. And if you're one of those sisters that are having the hair all over your face and hair loss and hair everywhere, and the brothers with the breast and all this stuff, you need to clean up the liver. You're having issues in the liver as well. Because your liver helps regulate the hormonal system. So you need this. You need liver detox. I don't know how I forgot about that one. Okay. And you need to cleanse the gut. You need to cleanse. Baby steps. You need to cleanse. Oh, and by the way, let me show the sisters this one here. Sisters, you need a cleanse, and you need this. Hold on. Let me show y'all where to go. You see this right here, sis? Hang on, it's coming. What does it say? What does that say? Hormonal balance. Hormonal balance. That's what it says. You need that. And you need to take that right after you cleanse. And if you're doing that 7-day cleanse, you need to start taking this on the second day. The second day. Day number 2 is when you need to start taking this right here. Okay? By the way, we're on the website Grassroot Botanicals, in case I didn't mention that. Grassroot Botanicals. Not sure if Priest Daniela want to put that in the chat. And for the sisters who are dealing with uterine fibroids, PCOS, hormonal problems, and menstrual problems, this right here. You take this every day. Start taking this On the second day after you start your cleanse, start taking this. You can take up to 4 capsules a day. This right here, the uterine fibroid. Even if you don't have fibroids, if your hormones are out of whack, you need to take this right along with that hormone balance product I just showed you. This is what the sisters need right here. Sisters, I hope you're watching. Okay. All righty. Again, Grassroot Botanicals, that's where we are. By the way, there's a number there you can call right next to it. Right there on the left, there's a phone number there. But this is what the sisters need. This right here. Uterine fibroids, PCOS, hormonal, and menstrual formula. That's what you need. And this right here, the hormonal balance. All right. And you need to grab the cleanse, is you need a detox. You need to get some of that toxins and crap out your system. There we go. All right. Sorry guys, let me stop sharing here. Stop sharing. Okay. Go to the comment section. All right. We have come to the end of our sister Janae says it helped her with her monthly cycle. She said she has no pain and she has regular flow now. Well, look at you, Sister Janae. Look at you, girl. All right. So Sister Janae is doing her thing over there. Okay. Somebody, brother, I don't know if this is a brother or Uramia. Should I do a detox monthly or bi-weekly? Did you turn your microphone off, hon?
All right, so
Priest Dan.
The moon is the 20th. Which is gonna be.
Turn your mic off, hon. Okay. I'm sorry, guys. Brother Uramia, I hope I'm saying your name right. I'm really bad with names. My recommendation is to do a cleanse at least every 2 to 3 months. Okay. Every 60 to 90 days if you're dealing with a medical issue. If not, 3 months. That's the average. Every 3 months. You don't want to do a detox bi-weekly, okay? Every 2 to 3 months. All right. You grab one of those cleanse and do a cleanse. Sister Nakaya says, take the 7-day cleanse, hormone balance fill on the second day, and liver detox plan. The liver detox is a daily maintenance. You could take that every day, sis. You could take that every day. Okay. You can also take the liver detox formula every day. All right. Should I take the 7 or 14-day cleanse? That's entirely up to you, sis. You know, everyone lifestyle is different, your schedule, whatever. If you think you can do a 14-day cleanse, go for it. If you think you only have time for a 7-day cleanse, then you do a 7-day cleanse. It really just depends on which one you choose. They're both great cleanse. All right. Yeah. A lot of people do the 7-day cleanse, but if you are dealing with a really serious problem, I personally suggest you do the 14-day parasite cleanse. That's really going to help you if you're dealing with the issues that I was just mentioning earlier. Okay. Brother. Okay. That's a brother. Okay. Brother Jeremiah. All right. My brother. I'm sorry about that. Who else have a question? And the brother Jeremiah was asking, what's the best way to completely detox yourself? Well, I'm going to take you back, brother Let me share the screen again. I don't know. Hang on. I'm going to share the screen again, my brother. So I want to explain to you the detox, okay? Okay. Hang on. I'm answering my brother Jeremiah's question. So if you come to the website grassrootbotanicals.com and you go to the product section and scroll down, right? Give me 1 second. Where is it? One of the easiest cleanse here is a 7-day mucus digestive and immune cleanse. And I'm going to explain to you that all of our cleanse come with full instruction. And that instruction usually is emailed to you on a PDF file. If you have a laptop or regular computer, it doesn't matter, and you have a printer, you can print it out, stick it up on your refrigerator, and follow the cleanse and do the cleanse, okay? Or you can go to the library if you don't have a computer at home, or if you have somebody print it out for you. That's fine. But all the cleanse on this website comes with instruction for you to follow step by step. That's what the cleanse, that's what they all, they all come with instruction, okay? So this is one of the easiest one. If you come here and you purchase the cleanse, there will be instruction emailed to you through a PDF file. And you are going to click on the file. It's going to be downloaded to your email, and you can print it out. And you can follow the cleanse step by step. The cleanse is going to have a diet for you to follow, which is a very easy diet. It's nothing difficult. It's nothing that's going to starve you, or it's just a diet of healthy foods that you're supposed to eat. Okay, and you're going to be taking some herbs. Right there, you go. Let's see if anybody else have a question here. All right. Does anybody else have any question for me before I go? Any more question? Put it in the chat. Sister Talia. Shalom, sis, you said you want to ask a question? Go ahead. Go ahead, sis. All right, if you guys don't have any more questions, I'm going to end the live. Okay. About doing the gallbladder cleanse. If your gallbladder has been removed, you can still do the cleanses. You can still do the cleanse. Gallbladder is the gallbladder and liver flush is not just for the gallbladder, guys. I wanted to make that clear. The gallbladder and liver flush is not just for the gallbladder. It's called the gallbladder and liver flush because it also helps to flush the gallbladder. But if you don't have your gallbladder anymore, which I'm really sorry about, it's very important to do as well, because if you have any, it flushes out your system, helps to cleanse the liver. It helps to cleanse the intestine. It helps you cleanse your colon. It's removing wastes from your system. You understand? So even if you don't have your gallbladder anymore, you still need it. Okay. Yeah. All right. Anyone else? If you came into the room late, please, when we end the live, just go back and watch the video, man. There's no way you can watch this video and not understand the message I'm trying to give you guys here. Okay. The message is Most High gave us what we call an agrarian lifestyle, and that does not include all this processed junk food that our people are eating every day. That's the message. The agrarian lifestyle is a lifestyle that the Most High God gave his people, and that includes the consumption of natural plant foods, okay? Not all this packaged processed junk stuff that's clogging up our system and causing our whole hormonal system to go crazy. And let me reiterate, plant foods, no matter where we are on this planet, we have access to plant foods everywhere. Everywhere you go, no matter what state you're in the United States, no matter where you go, there are plant foods available to every single one of us. There's supermarkets and stores and markets and places everywhere in this country where our people are, where you can find plant foods. You have access to those things. So there is no excuse to maintain the type of diet you're maintaining. You can change it. That's the point. All right, guys, I'm going to share the website one last time. Here we are. Did I stop sharing my screen? Did I stop sharing my screen? Hang on. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, so we're on the website Grassroot Botanicals here. And if you have any questions about any of the stuff I talked about, or the cleansing and the purging and some of the stuff that's going to help balance your hormones, come to the website. Take a few minutes, just a few minutes out of your time to scroll down and look at some of the products that we have here. The liver cleanse. I cannot explain to you how much you need a liver cleanse, guys. Okay, for those of you who haven't been doing the right thing with your diet, you need something for your liver. Okay, and you need to purge the system out. You need a cleanse. So just go to this website here and grab a couple of these things and clean yourself up. And these things need to be maintained on a regular basis so you can slowly get rid of some of that stuff that you're dealing with. And the sisters who are having the hair on the chin, it's a process, but you're going to have to start. And the brothers with the gynecomastia, start off with a cleanse, get some exercise, and start taking some herbs and change your diet. All right, guys. Again, there's a number here to the left of the screen on the website. If you have any questions that you may not feel comfortable asking in the chat, there's a number right there. Okay, there we go. All right, guys. Somebody else. Brother Jeremiah, is it a good idea to do circulation formula after the detox? You can do the circulation formula during the detox, my brother. During the detox, you can do the circulation formula during the detox. And this is the circulation formula we're talking about here. This is one of the best formula for circulation. If you're dealing with poor circulation, here it is. This is going to help you a great deal. And for the brothers who are just tuning into our live, brothers, I want to talk to you privately, okay? This formula right here, if you're dealing with ED, erectile dysfunction, this is one of the best formula to get rid of that, okay? I'm not saying you don't have to have ED to take this. I'm just letting you know that this formula helps with that as well, okay? It does help with that as well, all right? But you don't necessarily have to have ED to take this formula. I'm just saying that this formula does help with ED. There you go, all right?
And it helps with your blood flow. So you brothers and sisters that might be prime candidates for heart attacks or strokes, and people are having heart attacks and strokes younger and younger. That's what this is for, blood circulation. The blood circulation is for circulation of your blood through your arteries, your veins, etc., but mainly your arteries. That's what this is for, right? So leading to your manhood, arteries, leading to your brain, arteries. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have a stroke or you don't have a heart attack, or you can still, as a man, deal with the women and do what you have to do. That's what this is for. Prevention is better than cure. You have to have problems now. That doesn't mean you can't take this. I drink this. I don't have none of those problems. I drink it still. All right.
And but before I go, I want to say something about this formula here. One of the main thing that I hear people talk about this formula right here is the amount of energy that they get after they start taking this. Like, that's one of the main thing that I always hear people talk about, because what y'all don't understand is when your blood is flowing the way it's supposed to flow, what did the scripture say about your blood? The blood, maybe my husband will explain it. The life is in the blood, right, Dan? Is that what it says? The scripture says the life is in the blood.
Yes.
Right. When you clean up your bloodstream and the blood is flowing the way it's supposed to, you're going to have a lot more energy. And that's one of the things that I hear people always talk about when they take this formula, how much energy they have. Even the older gentlemen, when they take this stuff, they said they're lighter on the feet. They can climb up the stairs better. You know what I mean? They can go do yard work and they got energy. So that's one of the things that I keep hearing from people who take this, that just the amount of energy that they have, because the blood stream is functioning well again. Yeah. All right. If you guys don't have any more questions, we can go ahead.
You answered all the questions already. I think.
Yeah.
We don't have any more. We apologize for coming on late, so we're going to end it now. We've been on for about 2 hours. So we usually here at 5 o'clock Eastern time. So if you brothers and sisters are liking what you guys are hearing, those of y'all that have been here for the last couple of weeks, everything starts off small, but those of y'all that have been here and y'all are hearing and y'all are sharing, which I think this is information great to share with people you love. Come back next week, 5 p.m. Eastern time in the U.S., and make sure that you guys spread the word that we're here. Sister Malika, I give her the floor. She's great with the herbs, great with the health. She's better than me with that, so I give her a chance to come every Sunday and, help brothers and sisters. This is what she does in real life. She literally helps people in real life, goes to a store 2 days out the week, and people come from all over to come talk to her about these things that she's giving y'all for free. And, in the conscious community, we love Dr. Sebi and others. They will charge you $80 for a consultation, $100 for just to talk to them. They'll charge y'all $100 for a conversation. Meanwhile, you have Israelites giving this information away for free. You know what I'm saying? And Israelites are not really gravitating to it like they should until something is wrong. Then we get the phone call. With that being said, we appreciate y'all. Spread the word, every Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, U.S. time. Make sure you guys are here. Just make plans to be here. Even if I don't create the link early, just make plans to be here. We're going to be here for Be the Most High's Will, dropping this information every week, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And go back, if you guys are new here, go back the last couple of weeks and listen to the other classes where she was dropping a lot of information as well, all right, about health, wellness, so forth and so on. So if there's nothing else.
Finis Love, you say you just got here when we're about to end the live, so just go back and go back to the beginning and watch. There's some really good information there, so you don't want to miss it, sis. So go ahead and yeah.
People say we don't let the sisters exercise their gifts, but the sisters exercising the gift every week. So that's fake news, right? With that being said, Priest Daniela, Lines of Israel, Sister Malika, we'll be back here next Sunday, 5 p.m. Clear y'all calendars. Make sure you guys are here. Once she's done making the PowerPoint, we'll make the link, but just clear your calendar. We'll be here for Be the Most High's Will. With that, I say shalom. We'll see you guys next week.